Usually that. Um, oh man, wow. Bro, what is going on with you, man? Are you not a Jamaican? Are you not used to it? Yeah, are you not used to Jamaican food on the toilet? And now curry just splattering. Bro, that's crazy. But you know the best part of it is that anything that can allow you to clean your stomach is actually good for you. You know, from time to time you need to get those dirty food. This is like I call it laxis. I call it like organic laxis. You know what I mean? Like some people actually pay money in order to clean their stomach. You know what I mean? Some people we all are kind of like semi-constipated individual that are walking around. You know, you eat a lot of bunch of junk food, pizza and all of those McDonald's food that we eat. It all part of it is still in our stomach. So if you can get from time to time, if you can get a food that can stimulate that kind of reaction, that is good for me. Actually, I seek, like from every 2 3 months I seek a kind of food that can actually do that. Sometimes I do it myself. You know, for instance, I know that if I eat beans, um, usually when I eat beans, like I usually go and do what you just did. So and you know the best moment for me is when you go and do that, and you relax, your stomach is empty and everything is empty, and then you go back to becoming natural, the man you are. You know what I mean? So yeah, so W to Jamaican food for helping you clean your stomach. Even though I don't know, like maybe you're Jamaican, but I don't know. These are the kind of food that can actually make you do this is what I'm talking about. You see this shit. This shit, I don't eat it like every day. I just when I feel like I need to clean my stomach, I do go out and get something like that. So hopefully it's gonna do the same effect. But make sure when you do it though, you have another food in order to um, have another food to fill to take the space. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ridwick, what's up, my friend Ridwick? How are you doing today? How are you doing, man? Are you doing wonderful? Okay, what time is it right now? It must be late in India right now. It is 12:21 here. In your country, it's supposed to be around 10 or something, 10 p.m. Or it may be around 2 p.m., 2 in the morning, 2 a.m. Oh, 10, 11. Okay, 11. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. How was your day, my friend? Mine is just about to start. My day is about to start right now. I want to know how was yours? Oh, what was it? What made it hectic, man? Was it a school or was it a work? I do a lot, man. I work in the biotech industry. You know, biotechnology, laboratory work, science. I work with cancer. We work with DNA and RNA for cancer people. That's what I do. Trying to find a good medicine that will heal or will treat cancer patient. That's what I'm looking for. Oh man. I'm just enjoying myself, man. Eating some dirty stuff. I'm eating some dirty stuff. Don't mind me, guy. I don't know who you are, man. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up, my friend. Thank you for the thumbs up, guy. The work you are doing is great, man. Keep it up, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What about you? What kind of work do you do? Do you guys eat olive like that? This is my new appetite. Or you a human right activist? Okay. Are you kind of are you lawyer? Are you a lawyer? Do you practice law or something? This thing is salty, man. There's a lot of salt in it. That's my new hobby, man. That's my new my new food. Just gonna be eating bunch of olive. Look at it. Bro, you don't want to come inside my car, man. Get the head out of here. Get out of here. I hate fly coming inside the car. They're smelling the food. They're smelling the food and they try to come and they try to come and jump me. Dead Hero 49. How old are you, my brother? I'm too old. I'm too old for you. That's what you need to know. I'm too old. I'm too old for you, my friend. Too old for you. Are you a man or a woman? I only tell my true age to women. Oh, I only tell my true age to men. You're 58. Not bad, not bad. How do you feel to be 58? Is there any difference? Do you feel difference between when you are younger? Let's say when you are like 29 and 30 and 57 and 58. Is there any difference? Do I need to worry? Oh my God. I'm drinking Mexican drink. Everything is Mexican here. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. It is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. What? Just gonna end this shit, man. It's too much. It's too strong for me. Too much and too strong for me. Okay. Hey, my friend, son of Soweto, what's happening, man? What is happening? I thought like you. Yes, yes, yes. Hey there, Felipe. What's up, my friend Heda? Hey, I was expecting you to be in England by now. I was expecting you to fly or to be on your fly. You know what I mean? I was expecting you. I didn't expect you to have internet right now. Oh, what time is it? Oh, is it like the time difference is actually making me think maybe. Oh, you in Doha, Qatar, bro. Okay, you're talking to me from Qatar. Look at the world. The world is too small right now. You're from Qatar right now, and then you from Doha, you'll be heading to UK, man. Wow, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. How is Doha, Qatar, man? Oh, so you sitting at the airport right now, inside the airport, right? Are you just walking around and eating? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're talking about Doha, man. Doha is just yeah. You're expecting. If you didn't see a lot of Arabs, then that's a strange, right? that was expected, man. Do you speak the Arabic? I can speak Arabic with them. Tell them hala, 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 habibi, habibi. Shoe smack. Talk to them in Arabic, man. Surprise them. Surprise them, man. Just in a restaurant using their Wi-Fi. Yes. Somebody is asking me 3 plus 4 is what? Is 7 plus. 7 plus. No, I don't speak Arabic. I just look at them. Yeah, man. Tell them akbarak, akbarak. Ask them ismak, ismak eh. Shu ismak. Tell them ana min Janub Afrika. Tell them ana min Janub Afrika. They will see you in a different way. in a slavery. If I go out in a hey bro, they're not. It's not gonna be. You need to be in. The people who will kidnap you actually more likely to be in Africa. Go to Libya. You want to be kidnapped? Libya, Mauritania, Tunisia, Morocco. Morocco, if you're in a big city, okay. But if you are in the suburb, all of this Algeria actually the government was kidnapping the African and throwing them, the African immigrant, kidnap them, put them inside a truck, and they drove them in a big, in an empty desert, and then they throw them there, and then they left them. They say, okay, go back to your country. We have in Morocco. Morocco, man. Morocco was most of these North African countries kidnapping into slavery. Yeah, Morocco. Most of these Northern African countries, they kind of deal with the European. They acting as though like they are the war. So European give them a huge money to block black sub-Saharan African from coming to Europe. Because so Italy, Spain, all of European Union, in fact, actually, all of them, they give Morocco a lot of money. So that's the reason why Morocco was being rough, man. You see, with the immigrant, and also in Libya, they're doing it. All of them, they have the similar mentality. Mauritania, you have you go there. In some of the villages, the black African have been treated just like slave. They tied. They actually handcuffed. Some of them, I saw a documentary where people are living. They've been living in slavery in prison for more than 20 years. But the EU will not accept them leaving people in the desert, will they? EU don't care, man. EU don't care. Don't look at EU as though like they innocent like that. EU don't care. EU did whatever they could to prevent African from crossing the sea. You know what the EU used to do? They used to sink the boat, the ship that the immigrant were using. So they used to do like they come around the people, they sink them. They used to sink them, but they realized that they will get caught because they started getting caught. So like right now, so they decided that okay, we need to actually kind of deal with the people, with the countries in North Africa, and we need to divide and conquer. So they kind of deal with Tunisia. That's why you see the president of Tunisia was rough. He was saying that he's not gonna allow. He said that there's an international conspiracy against Tunisian people that is actually aiming to change the demographic makeup of Tunisia. He's saying, for him, according to the president of Tunisia, he's saying that international conspiracy because there's a lot of Afrocentrism. He's taking the point of Afrocentrism. He's saying that a lot of Africans are claiming that most of the Arab who live in North Africa are actually invaders. So the invaders. So like he's saying that okay, he's bringing that point. He's saying that okay, there's a conspiracy that is trying to force Tunisia and North Africa, force Africa into North Africa so that they can maybe in 50 years from now, 100 years, they can change the demography of that region. So that's the hate speech that he was spewing. Yeah, but they already have the power, man. It doesn't matter right now. It doesn't matter whether you're an invader or you're not an invader. If you have power, that's it. That's it. You have power and you have the support of the global war. That's it. It doesn't matter. Egyptian can claim that okay, the Egyptian civilization is theirs because they are the one who are living. They are the one who are living in that region, and nobody can say anything. So yes, they have power. Yep. Anybody who's leading a country have got a power. So Tunisia, the government of Egypt, the government of Libya, Mauritania, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, they're the government. They have power. They have military power, and they're the majority. So they can do whatever they feel, And you see, they're marginalizing the native African, those who are not immigrants. They've been in Tunisia and most of those North African countries. The government is actually, the police is actually confusing between the black Tunisian who are living in Tunisia they're confusing them with the immigrant, and they're treating them like as the immigrant. I saw Egyptian Nubians who are complaining, who are saying that the Egyptian are actually considered, are seeing them, are confusing them with Sudanese, and they don't like it. So, do you think that they are invited? Yes, they are. They are. I mean, but you have to understand. You have to understand. We have to also start blaming the nature of African, of Black African, is that we already give up. You know, we already give up the Black African. Whenever the white community, whenever people who are lighter in skin is coming to their territory, they always, like, even if they didn't leave that area, they always, like, you know, give you know what I mean, give power to the lighter skinned people. So, like, you know, you may come, like in Mauritania, for instance, majority maybe the black people, but they see the Arab, those who are lighter skinned, they give them power. So automatically, you know, these people are coming and they get in power, taking over, and they putting you, like, you become the second class citizen. They come over and take the, you know, take the direction of the country. They become the leaders, and you guys become the second class citizen, or you decide to run away. That's what was happening. That's what happened in Egypt. In Egypt, people ran away. Some of African brothers ran away because they couldn't handle the treatment. So that's the thing. That's the thing. They invaded, man. They invaded the area. But hey, you know, back in the days, some people will tell you that back in the days we didn't have borders. You know, that Africa was just an open land and everybody was just wandering around. You know what I mean? And most of these people in the North Africa, they are nomad. They are nomadic people. That means they were, you know, in the Middle East and all of, they were just wandering around, you know. And so they come, you know, border back in the days, even though there's an empire, but you don't know who is who. It's not like, you know, border control. There's no border control back in the days, man. You don't have to have passport to cross those line. You know, you're from Persian Empire, you can actually cross and come to Egypt. Even though people do have, like, you know, some of these cities, they do have like a gate, a main gate where you're supposed to come in. But people are getting in, man. People are getting in. You know, the border control wasn't that tough. Even nowadays, immigrants are crossing the borders, like, no, even with all the sophistication, all the security that we put in the border, people still cross the border. So that's how you know, it should happen, man. It should happen in life. But the most important thing, though, is that actually, you know, what I come to realize is that we don't actually need those areas. Actually, Black African, actually, it doesn't matter even who own that land. You know, we can just like right now, Egypt used to, you know, the Egyptian who are living in Egypt, they say, oh no, Egypt belong to Egyptian and we are the Egyptian. We are the pharaohs were our great grandfathers. We have this civilization is ours. And you guys cannot do anything. You guys are Afrocentrists. You guys are just trying to steal our culture because you guys don't have culture. You, the sub-Saharan. What's up, my friend? Proximity is in the house, man. What's up? So why was Tunisian president angry? He was angry. Just, I'm telling you, he know, politician, right? He was angry. He was given an order from the EU. He and most of the all of the North African countries were given order because they're scared. You have to understand, the EU also is scared of immigration, but the kind of immigration that they don't like at all is the darker skin immigration. They would rather take the Arab immigration than the darkest, is because those Arab can actually go there and disappear in their society. But me and you, we cannot disappear in their society. We are always distinct. We always stand out. So those are the kind of immigration that the EU doesn't want. And so they cut a deal with the North African countries that, hey, bro, you know, just a similar deal they cut with the Turkish. Remember during the Syrian crisis, you know, Turkey, Erdogan was using Syria in order to force EU to give him whatever he feel like, whatever he wanted, right? He was like, hey, guys, if you guys don't give me this kind of, you know, thing, I'm just going to allow the Syrian refugees to get into your countries, you know? So he was using Syrian refugees as weapon against the EU to get whatever he wants from EU. Similarly, what is happening in North Africa is that the EU realized that okay, we know that we have a lot of North African in France and all of that. You know, like if you go to Spain, France, Moroccan are the largest community over there, even in Italy. Algeria and Moroccan are the largest community. Even though we Cameroonian are colonized by French, but you don't find Cameroonian a lot in France. You don't find Cameroonian. There's maybe Cameroonian even like maybe Egyptian, even more Egyptian than Cameroonian in France sometimes. So the reason is because African immigration, when we immigrate to places like Europe, we stand out. There's no way you can hide it. And many people are scared. Our gene is so strong. Many people are scared of that. And so the Europeans say, hey man, they give a lot of money. They give a package to North African country and tell them, hey man, block those sub-Saharan African. That's what they were calling them. Sub-Saharan African, meaning the darkest skin. Block them and prevent them from crossing the borders, from crossing the sea. And so the president of Tunisia started to sensibilize his population. He started by and he knew his way was is a civilization issue, because he knew that if he did it that way, then all the society, the Tunisian people will actually listen. They will actually catch up to the what he was trying to say. So he started with the Afrocentrism. He started that there's a he's using the European who asked him to kicked out to prevent African from coming. He's using them. He's saying that, there's a international conspiracy against Tunisian people. They're trying to change the demographic makeup of Tunisian people, and that's why they're pushing this African. And you can see it from Hollywood. Hollywood right now, they're making movie about the Tunisia used to be like the general in Tunisia, or Carthage, they used to call it like that. They're making movie, and the person who's portraying that movie is a black, dark-skinned person. So that means it's a conspiracy. That means these people need to go out. So now and then they started saying, okay, anybody who is renting to African is gonna be in trouble. And so now the population, they started going around city by city, house by house. If you're an immigrant, even they don't look to your paper. Some of these immigrants that I was seeing, from Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, from Mali, from Guinea, Conakry. Most of these guys are students actually that were arrested. So the police were arresting people randomly. If they see you dark-skinned person, they don't even ask question. They arrest you, and then ask question later. Majority of the African countries, and Algeria did the same thing. So Tunisian president did he the way he approached it is he approached it through culture. He sensibilized his people, and then his people took care of the situation. Algeria did it differently. Algeria, the general didn't talk a lot. He asked the security people to arrest everybody. He said, immigrant, arrest them. And they started kidnapping, arresting those African people. And then they were putting them in buses, in trucks, and then they go in the middle of desert. The desert. Tunisia, Algeria is the largest country in Africa in terms of size. They were dropping people in the desert. I have some videos, man. I have people. They go there, women with children. They drive you in the middle of desert, and then they drop them there, and then they ask them to go back to their countries. The sentiment, it slow down. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It's just gonna go like that. And while they're doing it, they were actually harming some of the native, some of the black Moroccan and black North African who are living there. Police were confusing them with the immigrant. It didn't stop. It slowed down. Because he saw that the consequences in the African Union, and African Union is actually useless, because African Union didn't say shit. While at the same time, you have a large community of Moroccans, investor. They call themselves investor in most of those sub-Saharan Africa. If you go to Gabon, you know the politics. You know what France is doing right now. Morocco has been used for a long time. Morocco has been used by France because France realized that there's an anti-European sentiment among the African leaders in the African community. So they know that soon or later they will be kicked out. All of their company will be kicked out. So how are they countering that anti-European sentiment among the African countries? They are using Morocco. They're using Morocco as the investor. So everything that they want to do, all the bank all the thing that the dirty thing that they want to do, their investment that they want to do, they go through Morocco, they give it to Morocco, and Morocco come to those African. Like if you go to Gabon, majority of those companies are Moroccan. They say, oh, it's Morocco owned, but it's not Morocco. It's actually coming from France and Belgium. So instead of them, because they know that they don't have a good reputation in Africa, instead of them going there, they're using Morocco and they're using those North Africa, especially Morocco. Algeria, they know that Algeria is not very stable. Their politics is sometimes they're anti-European, sometimes not. But Morocco is now, because they have this European country. They pick one country and then they give you the key of you become the major. So in the North Africa, they pick Morocco. Morocco is the chosen one. That's the reason why you see majority of the movies, when it comes to even the about pharaohs, most of these movies are made in Morocco, in Moroccan desert. They would rather just go there. They don't. So Morocco is the center in the North African region, not Egypt, not Algeria, not Tunisia. They picked Morocco. Morocco is the guy. That's why Hollywood, everyone is going there. When they pick you, you become the center, and then they promote you, and then you also do give them something, and then you become the countries that are actually they will push maybe they will give you some financial relief. They promote some tourism into your country and shit like that. So Morocco is that country. Morocco is being used right now in most of these countries and most of those African countries. Morocco is through which, like, France, Belgium, even America, if they want to go and do something in Africa and they know that, okay, African don't like them, they go through Morocco. Moroccan companies, Moroccan are just like a money laundering, business for European. That's what Morocco is standing. But yeah, the immigration when it comes to North Africa, between African and North African, is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy right now. But even though right now in North Africa, in majority of those North African and East, there will be a lot of crisis over there. You see, the three countries, the Sahel country, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, they will take back the whole continent one day. It's gonna be difficult, man. It's gonna be difficult. It just for me right now, what I think is that I think we just need to make sure that we keep the land, what we have. We don't want to lose it. That's what we don't want to lose. What we have, we don't want to lose it, because the way I see it is that, the reason why Algeria become the largest country. Do you know that Mali Empire, France used to think that Algeria is their territory. So France is the reason why Algeria got the largest territory in Africa. Majority of the territory that you see, that the Algerian territory that is not Algerian, it's supposed to be Mali. Right now, Mali doesn't have a coastal area. They're not connected to the sea. And the reason is that France actually stole all of those land and give it to Algeria. Because for French, they never thought that there will be one day when Algeria will, fight for their independence and get all of that country. But the reason why, just like Congo, let us just be frank. Congo is one of the largest country, or if maybe the second or the third largest country in Africa size-wise. And the reason being is that Belgium was thinking that this is their property. This is their property, and so based on that, Belgium cut a biggest piece. And right now, most of these rebellion that are fighting the Congolese government, they're saying that, okay, Belgium cut the thing is, we need to redraw the borders. You know what I mean? Most of the tribe are saying that, okay, Belgium used to think that this one is their land, and that's why they cut this big piece and they give it to you. Now we need to, even Rwanda is going on that side, and Rwanda also is going, like, how comes you have the largest territory and we have the smallest one, and we don't recognize it, and the thing is coming from the colonizer, and it's coming from Belgium. And the reason why Belgium cut this big pie and say it is our own is because it used to be the territory of Belgium. Algeria is similar. France took the whole empire, Mali Empire, and then it became Algeria. So they cut it the largest portion, and they actually block Mali. Mali doesn't have, and also they cut also Mauritania. So Ayame, the beautiful lady from Hawaii. What's up? How are you doing, man? How are you doing, man? My friend Ayame. How is your work? So that's the politics of North Africa, man. Yes, yes. Just like Cameroon. Cameroon used to have the largest territory until France decided, France and Belgium, they decided they cut it right now. Cameroon space, Cameroon territory, it become just like a smaller, 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 and smaller. Majority of it went to Central African Republic, which is like less than 3 or 5 million or 10 million people, and the rest of it went to Nigeria and some of the neighboring countries. Most of this border that is cut, and the tribes are cut. It's just European. It's just the product of European thing. So right now, Mali, you know what Mali is trying to do? Mali Empire is trying to get a gate. Just like Ethiopia. Ethiopia have come to realize that they actually, during the period of colonization, the Western power actually got them messed up. Ethiopia realized that if in order for them to become a superpower, they need to get a gateway. They need to find a way to connect to the sea. And that they are independent, that European convinced them to give independence to Eritrea. That was a mistake. Now Ethiopia now is coming back, is saying that, you know what, we are reconsidering, because Eritrea know that actually very soon the Ethiopian leader will try to actually invade Eritrea. They will try to say that we will not recognize it, because they're learning from the Chinese with the Taiwan, they're learning from Russia and Ukraine. And so Ethiopia, the Abiy Ahmed, the prime minister of Ethiopia right now, he's trying to say that, okay, you know what, we're gonna mess it up. And they try to block him, they try to close his mouth. The Europeans are very smart. They saw him when he was becoming a president, when he was elected as a prime minister. They saw his intention. That's the reason why they give him a Nobel Peace Prize. They give him a Nobel Peace Prize even though like he didn't do nothing, because that Nobel Peace Prize, they want him to not go to war. They don't want him to reclaim everything, that all the borders that they put there. Ethiopia right now is a Habashi empire. Abiy Ahmed is trying to recreate or reinvent the Habashi empire. Just like the Ottoman Empire, Turkish is trying to re-establish the Ottoman Empire in the Middle East. Habashi is also trying to do that. And so that's the reason why Ethiopia right now is saying, okay, you know what, we will mess the thing up. Ethiopia is just mad. They seen that in the Horn of Africa, you have a lot of worship. You have Chinese in Djibouti, you have Chinese, American, European, everybody is there. Ethiopia is not there. So that's what is paining Ethiopian. And so now they're saying, you know what, we will actually divide Somalia into two. We will recognize Somaliland. There's a country called Somaliland. It's not a country, it's part of Somalia, but these people are they semi or independent. And so nobody recognized them. So now Abiy Ahmed is trying to come up with a new strategy. He's trying to say that, okay, you know what, I will be the first country to recognize Somaliland. Yeah. Somaliland. I will be the first country.
Oh, it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got you. It's like face, no?
Yeah, yeah. His face is
I
just.
can see you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I figure right now.
Okay. All right.
It's like you like it, like
Yeah, Tigray. No, those are he has problems. So now what they're doing now, what Egypt is doing, Egypt is trying to say that, okay, you know what, since you have a lot of tribalism inside your country, we can use that in order to destabilize it. Because for a long time, Egypt is the first country. They knew that once Ethiopia become stable, all of the regional, they will shape the regional makeup. So they will try to shape the politics of the region, because they're trying to be, Egypt know that, they don't want Ethiopia to be stable. And so they know the internal politic of Ethiopia. So they're trying to finance or give weapon to some of these guys, so that this guy can. Ethiopia will not accept any independence. There will be bloodshed. That's why the Tigray people, they need to understand that the new guys, the new prime ministers, he's not there. He's not playing a game, man. He's not. He's just, everybody's reading what is happening in Russia. Russia themselves, Putin want to invent the Soviet Union, the breaking down of Soviet Union. Putin doesn't recognize it. That's what is happening. And deep down, if you wanna talk about the crisis, the Russia and Ukrainian crisis, you have to understand that Putin said that, you know what, actually we made a mistake to allow these people come and break us into pieces. You know what I mean? So that's what is that's the problem of, that's the Russian issue with the Ukrainian. And also, you know, Chinese is doing it with Taiwan, and Ethiopia right now is doing it with Eritrea right now is getting ready. Eritrea is getting ready. They know that they're strengthening their relation with big powers. They know that at any moment Ethiopia can actually try to invade them. So now, and Ethiopia, like I was telling you, is not going to be easy to fight Ethiopian, and a majority of those superpower know that. They know that it's not going to be easy. That's the reason why they don't want them to be actually to get everything. Because once Ethiopia get everything, then they will dictate, the superpower that will emerge in that region will dictate who will come to Djibouti actually, who will come and have worship in Djibouti and all of that. Because the reason why they're having Djibouti now and has become like, you know, like an international airport or international port, whereby all superpower is just you know, sitting there. Ethiopia can be well. You see, beating the enemy inside has always been stronger than the enemy outside. And I can give you the example. The example of it is between in Russia. You see the Chechnya. You know the You know, in Russia there's the Muslim section of Russia is a rebellion. Putin tried to fight them. They couldn't win it. But right now, Putin is trying to tell, you know, he's trying to make a deal with them so that these people, the Muslim from, I think it's called Chechnya or whatever, where they are Khabib, you know, Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Muslim side of Russia. Those are like semi-independent. They have their religion, they have everything. And Russia tried to, like, you know, it's just similar to Ethiopia. So like the enemy inside has always been very difficult to fight, even from the superpower. So Russia is having similar issue, just like Ethiopia and Tigray. So I think the biggest mistake that just right now the Prime Minister of Ethiopia is saying is that his predecessor, you know, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia before he made a mistake to, you know, in recognizing giving independence to Eritrea. That's what he's trying to say, guys. That's a African politic that I'm giving. You know, African politic today. Okay. I am here. Are you still there or you gone? Because this is a politic. I know every time when we talk about politics, a lot of you guys will be running. A lot of you guys will be running when we start talking about politics. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. But this is what is happening. A region around Africa right now, I feel like we're still at the beginning of everything. Countries will reshape themselves. They will reshape, and then they will find a shape that will fit them the best. You know what I mean? Before we can actually unite to be, you know. So in Africa, you have in North Africa, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso is reshaping the region in West Africa, and they're trying to reclaim some of the land that was stolen by the colonizer. Mali is saying that most of this empire, most of the Mauritania, you know, most of the part of Algeria used to be my empire. The French came there and they took it and they give it to Algeria because Algeria was, they thought that Algeria, because Algerians are a little bit lighter skin, France was thinking that Algeria was supposed to be a province of France. That's why they took the largest land in Africa and gave it to Algeria, even though it was part of the Mali Empire. So yeah, everybody's reshaping. Maybe they want you to talk about SEX. Yeah. Even SEX. We have a young people, man. Majority of my audience, that's what I noticed. Nurul. Majority of my audience are at the age, you know, around the age of Nurul. You know, 9 years old. A majority of those kids. One time I streamed here, and you know what I noticed? I noticed that I was talking to, you know, majority of people that were there were just 9 years old. So when you start, you know, Nurul say, hey, don't talk about this thing. You know, I am a kid. That's what he always tell me. So yeah, my friend, just like does Mali want to retake the land? Mali wanted, you know, in the sentiment. If you watch their social media, is that similarly, if you watch the social media of Ethiopia, both of them have a similar issue. Mali, the people in Mali are saying that they're redrawing the map of Mali so that it can connect, because right now what ended up happening, the biggest problem of Mali and Ethiopia also is is that they realize that they can be punished because they don't have an airport, because they don't have a port. They don't have a port. So it used to be Cote d'Ivoire. It used to be all of their good. Used to be all of the good for for Burkina Faso and Mali and Niger. Majority of their stuff is coming from Cote d'Ivoire and Benin. So the port of Cote d'Ivoire and Benin. And you know the biggest industrialist, the person who is controlling the port of Cote d'Ivoire, is a French guy. So he's a French people. So now the French are punishing them through Cote d'Ivoire. So now he's pushing Mali to re-examine everything. Mali and Burkina Faso is pushing them to re-examine everything, to see how they can actually reconquer some of the land. So even if they didn't do it right now, Mali is trying to find a gateway. If you can see, if you go and watch their social media, you can see that people have redrawn the map. They're saying that they want to take, even if they didn't do it right now, they may not do it because of the power. If they feel like, okay, they're not ready yet, they may not claim. But I'm telling you, maybe 200 years from now, someone will come and declare a war that will be bloody in that region. So that's what I see. Because majority of the countries, we all have come to, majority of country woke up. They realized that, whoa, wow, whoa, 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 whoa. People stole our land. European coming from outside, they're the one who is giving your country. I'm telling you, the Congolese crisis, if you talk to Rwandese, that's what they're saying. They're saying Belgium told this part of Congo is Congo, Belgium. So that's why they cut the biggest portion and they excluded, they said this is Congo. That's how Congo ended up getting the largest, the second largest or whatever countries in Africa. And France did the same thing in Algeria. Do you think that people, look, Ethiopia, the contract that there's an agreement that the British, when the British were ruling Egypt, there's an agreement that British wrote on behalf of Egypt that nobody can touch the Nile River without talking to Egypt, you cannot do anything on Nile River if Egypt doesn't accept, if Egypt doesn't agree. So you cannot build a dam on Nile River. Ethiopia is coming back, is coming back and asking the people, and is coming back and saying, you know what, we want to build a dam, a dam on the Nile River. Egypt say, oh no, you cannot do it. We have a contract already. Ethiopia is asking them, who signed that contract? They say, oh, when we were colonized. Ethiopia say, we don't recognize. You have a person, a country from outside of this continent coming and sign on behalf, because Ethiopia wasn't colonized, and sign on your behalf, and to, asking you to dictate what is happening on Nile, whereas 80% of the Nile is coming from my country. I can do whatever I feel like doing. So that's another war. That's why Egypt is going to war with Ethiopia. So countries are re-examining themselves. They're re-examining themselves. They're saying that, you know what, what happened in the past, and what European did, the cutting of borders in Africa. They're saying that it's not a holy war. It's not a holy thing. It's not like, coming from God. So a lot of these countries will actually, every country that get a stability, the first thing they will think is about their borders. How did they get their borders? Mali want to retake the land again. So I'm saying Mali want to retake the land, and they want to retake the land from Mauritania, and they want to get access to the sea, just like Ethiopia. Ethiopia also are saying that, oh, we messed up. We allowed this European to come and dictate, and this European actually close us. They put us in prison. We don't have a coastal area. So now I'm telling you right now, Abiy Ahmed, his intention, the Ethiopian intention is very clear. They will fight to bring back Eritrea. It will be like another Ukraine, just like China and Taiwan, Russia and Ukraine. Ethiopia and Eritrea will fight. Ethiopia will try to reclaim the whole Eritrea, because right now Ethiopia are realizing that what is the point? The point was that, okay, there's one rebellion that want to be independent. Okay, if we give them independent, then you live in peace. Now they gave Eritrea independent, and then another group in Ethiopia, Tigray is now open. Tigray now want the independence. So if you keep giving people independent, every tribe want to be independent. So now, in order to go back, they will say, okay, you know what, F it. Nobody will get independent. All of us will just go back. Even the people who got the independent, actually, you need to come back. And we also have to understand, for me, I think Eritreans have to understand, these are the same people. Eritrea, Not only Eritrea and Ethiopia, I feel like Eritrea, Ethiopia, Djibouti, Somalia, all of them supposed to, the whole Horn Africa, they're supposed to be one people. One people. So they need to do it in order to survive in this global 24th century world. You need to be a big superpower. That's what Ethiopia is doing. And in sub-Saharan Africa, in West Africa, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, they say, you know what? We will check. We will reshape all of the thing, all of the, the borders. We'll reshape that, you know. To this day, you know that there are some countries that are still in land from another country. Like, look at Egypt, for instance. Egypt has been stealing the Sudanese territory even right now. But because of the religion, because Sudanese elite, the elite from Sudanese, all of them were formed in Egypt, like Mohammed al-Bashir. Mohammed al-Bashir, it will work, it will work, it will work, it will work. I think it will work. But hopefully, I think the internal people, man, hopefully because, internally though, they will try to sabotage them internally. Because from outside, I don't think like, people will be able to sabotage. But from internally though, I feel like, they will have a lot of rebellions. If they manage to be actually to survive, then it will work. It will work. It will work. And yeah, it will work. And then right now, Algeria actually was thinking that, oh, they can actually bully these people. They can actually bully Mali. And you know what happened? Algeria, because the rebellion, the Tuareg people who are trying to get independent, trying to create a country between Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Those Tuareg people actually supported. They're actually semi-Arab nomadic people, Tuareg, Berber, they call them. They supported whenever they come. They supported by Algeria and Mauritania. So what they do is that they get weapons from the military, Algerian military, and they come and attack a village in Mali, and then if Mali attack, they run to the cross the borders, run and cross the border, go back to Mauritania and Algeria. That's what they do, and they keep doing that. They live in, and their support is coming heavily from Mauritania and Mali, from Mauritania and Algeria. But recently, Mali decided to go inside Algeria, and they bombed the shit out of them. And then what happened is Algeria said, oh, you're going to pay a heavy price. Algeria sent the military. And majority of those military that Algeria sent were captured by Mali. Captured, humiliated. They took a video of them. It was circulating online. So now the Algerian military, they realized, oh, this shit is not easy. Most of these Vikers, what's happening, my brother? How are you doing, man? What's happening, man? I didn't see your message, man. We're talking politics here. So that's I didn't see. What's up, my friend? How are you doing? Are you from India or are you from outside of India? Majority of people who come here, India, South Africa, not a lot from my sub-Saharan Africa. The algorithm doesn't push me to sub-Saharan, to the West Africa, French-speaking African countries. So yeah, Algeria, I'm from India. Yes. Oh, okay, from India. Where in India, man? Delhi? You from Delhi or no? So yeah, what I was saying was that majority of those from Kanpur. Okay, that's my first time hearing of this. First time hearing the name of this city, Kanpur. Wow. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, my friend from Kanpur, man. Welcome, welcome. So Algeria is realizing that they cannot bully Mali and Burkina Faso. So now they under the table they're negotiating. You see, they're negotiating. Algerian general is negotiating with the Mali, with the Mali and Burkina Faso. They cannot fight because fighting is different than this thing. They realize that, and that's the problem that Egyptians also have. Egypt is one of those countries. They have a lot of weapons in Africa, but they cannot fight for shit. They cannot go in battle. They cannot battle. Their people are not made to suffer. Their people are not made to suffer. Ethiopian people are made to suffer. Ethiopian people are made to suffer. So these are the things. And so Algeria realized, oh shit, these countries, even though they're small, we cannot fight it like that. So now Algeria is trying to negotiate. They're under the table negotiating. How can they resolve the issue of the borders? And I think part of the negotiation, what Mali is asking them to do, Mali is asking them to not allow their rebellion to come in their territory. That's part of the thing that Mali is part of the deal. But with Mauritania, I feel like with Mauritania, the issue is deeper. Mali is actually looking at Mauritania as though Mauritania, even where's Kanpu Vikers? Kanpu Viker, you and the Indian people, you and your friend from India. Yeah, my friend. Somalia and Mauritania won't make peace. They will make peace temporary, but I'm telling you, Mali is looking to get a post. It will always break. It will always break. You know, Mali is now understanding. Mali, you know, whenever you watch this movie, you know, the thing that is happening on social media is also affecting, you know, politician, right? Everything that people talk about on social media is affecting politician internationally. So when Turkish people see that a lot of movie are made, a lot of discussion about Ottoman Empire, and they come back and see themselves, it pisses them off, and they want to regain, they want to, like, you know what I mean, recapture that, reinvent that, recreate the Ottoman Empire. Similarly, when people say, oh, the richest black man to ever live, Mansa Musa, is a Malian empire and all of that nonsense, all of the things that the black Americans spew around, it reached those leaders, and the leaders are like, whoa, what the fuck? We got effed up. We got effed up. We need to reclaim our land. So all of the, right now, people think that people who are doing the social media thing is not affecting the politician. It is affecting them. It is affecting them. Just like Tunisia, the decision of the Tunisian leader, the Tunisian president was saying that Afrocentrism is trying to claim. It's social media. They saw what is happening in social media. They watch the Netflix series about Cleopatra being portrayed as a black person. All of that is affecting the leaders. So all of it is taking. They're taking in. You know, when they're making their decision, their mind is still not free from those things that they've seen on TV. And so Mali, sooner or later, like I say, you know, once they realize that, okay, they got the power necessary, that's the first step. Because right now Mali is trying to stay away from Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and Senegal. In West Africa, in French-speaking country, two countries are being used to destabilize majority of sub-Saharan Africa, which these are Cote d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast, and Senegal. So and throughout history. So right now you see majority of African are against what Senegalese politicians are doing. They're saying they are sellout, and it is true, because they're trying to push them. They've been pushed. European go there and give them a lot of, you picked, just like I told you, like in North Africa, they pick Morocco. They pick Morocco to invest in Morocco. When they pick you, they give you everything you need to develop. And so, but through you, they wanna, just like they pick in around Congo, they pick Rwanda. When people say, oh, look at how Rwanda is developed. Rwanda is the cleanest country. This is a propaganda shit. Senegal has always been like that. Remember, even when Guinea-Conakry was fighting French people and all of that, you know where the French base, military base, was sitting? They were taking off from the Senegal to go and fight Guinean revolutionary. So Senegal has always been a country that is a sellout country. That's the reason why. That's the reason. And when you're a sellout, you get the benefit of it, because you get investment necessary. Right now, everything. They want to open something about COVID-19 is Senegal. They want to do this is Senegal. And the Western, because the France tell them, France is the one who is responsible for the French-speaking country, but they communicate with other European and Americans. So you're the guys, you're the good guys in that region. So everything they will put you as an example of people who listen to them. So they say, okay, look at Rwanda. Rwanda, for instance, people say, oh, Rwanda is very clean. And there's investment, and Rwanda is clean. Look how clean Paul Kagame is doing. Rwanda is the chosen one in the around the Central and East African region, chosen to destabilize Congo and other countries. And in return, they're investing allowing them to promoting tourism, calling what is it, Paul Kagame to Harvard University, interviewing him, calling him to Dubai, calling him to all these international meeting, promote him as the guy, the most successful guy. Development actually, if you look at it, is in the hand of people who are in those developed nations. When if they want you to develop, just like when they want Japan and Germany to develop, they give them the key to success. If they don't want you, they will fight you. But can Congolese fight like Ethiopian? Congolese can fight like Ethiopian, but is that the division? Congo is so huge. Is that Congolese are just like, when you talk to Congolese, I have I told you my best friend here in the US. His name is De Gaulle Zola. He's a Congolese guy. But every time we're having conversation, I always remind him. In our conversation, I can feel he's spewing the same rhetoric. He's saying that, oh, he's digging deep and saying, oh, even Kabila is not a Congolese, he's actually a Rwandese. I'm telling him that every time he said, I say that's the reason why you never succeed, because you have to pass that. You have to pass that. You have to unite. You have to stop, dividing yourself, finding a reason to divide yourself. If you're still doing that, then you're not gonna be successful. If you still see many people as Rwandese, Congolese, Uganda, he's from Uganda. Oh, this guy is not a true Congo. That's the reason. So, in order for you to become a superpower, you need to actually have past that. You need to have united. You need to have a leader that will come and just a revolutionary that will take everybody who is inside Congo and try to go and free his land. And I was telling Zola about his country is that Congo is one of those countries. Either Congo actually succeed in defeating the Western hegemony, the rebellion that is destroying them, or Congo become a failed state. If they succeed, if Congo succeed, they will become one of the superpower in the world. If Congo succeed to build a military capable of controlling all of their territory, all of their controlling their border, they become the one of the superpower in the world. On the other hand, if they fail, if they couldn't do it, like either you go in and or they die. And if they couldn't do it, then they become just like a country, a farmland whereby everybody's just coming there to extract resources. That's what Congo will become. Are they warrior like Ethiopian? I mean, I think warrior like Ethiopian. I think yes. I think they can be. They can be, but they just need guidance. Congolese are warrior like Ethiopian. They need guidance because Congolese just like they're resistant. They already they know the sufferance. Already they have the resistant gene is in them. If you can see the rebellion, what they're doing, they can resist and they know the territory very, very well. But the problem is they're not engaged. They're not motivated to do it. They can be warrior like it. I'm telling you, just like Vietnamese, in a deep forest of Congo, if Congolese are motivated to fight, they have 100 million people. That's what I was telling my friend. They have 100 million people in Congo. There's no way that you cannot find, maybe recruit what this Abiy Ahmed is doing in Ethiopia. If you can see their network, he's recruiting because of what Egypt did, the armament that Egypt is giving to Somalia. Ethiopia is recruiting almost like 2 million people, soldier. You see, and Congo have the capacity to do that. You have to know your priority. Democracy is not your priority right now in Congo. You're in an emergency state. First of all, you have to declare, just like Mali did, all of these international organizations, the United Nations, who's been there forever and ever, and there's no reason. All of them, you need to declare, number one, they need to get the F out of that country. Every international organization need to get out. Nobody can come there and help you get your independence. That's the number thing. And recruit massively, and you will get support from other countries because you're a rich country. You can use your natural resource in order to attract the weapon that you need in order to achieve your goal. So recruit massively. Congo can recruit young people there's a number of young people, million of young people who are unemployed. You can recruit like 3 million people who are ready to fight, and they can go, they can go house to house, and they can pick up those rebellion, clean them up. And at this point, the priority is actually emergency situation. Congo is supposed to be the country that is in emergency situation. No election needed actually. No election needed. We need a military, guys. First, you need to, free your country. You cannot have independent if you didn't have, like, if you don't have you cannot have like the democracy if you're not stable. How about Central Africa? Central African Republic is also like, people are also very tough, but it's small. Central African country is Republic of Central Africa. Republic of Central Africa is very, very small country, very size-wise, and the territory is so big. They how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 million maximum, and majority of them actually the native actually less than 5 million. Majority people that you see, they are immigrant coming from Cameroon, from Nigeria, from Chad, from Sudan. DJ is back. Vanja Sambo. It is three of us again. How are you guys doing? We're doing wonderful. We're doing wonderful, my friend. Lately, you're able to get internet, man. You're able to get internet and to come online very often. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And how was your day, my friend? And how are the what is it? How are the beautiful animal that you're taking care of? C'est pas possible. But guys, my motto lately is that everything is temporary. And also, remember this, even when you win, you're losing. That's my motto right now. Always remember it. Even when you win, and Cameroonian are very tough too. Cameroonian are very tough. And Cameroon is one of those countries. Cameroon is similar to Congo and Nigeria. We have a lot of tribe. Cameroon has almost 300 and something. Nigeria have almost like 500. Congo has also like 300 and something. So that's to show you the diversity that exists in. I think those are the largest in terms of diversity in the world, actually. Nigeria, Cameroon, and all of that. And because of the diversity that exists within Cameroon, it's always, and that's why we have a dictator. It's very difficult for us to unite in one, and fight one goal, because people are coming from different regions, speak different languages, and have different cultures, and so they don't see eye to eye. I am off for a few more days. I have someone looking after the animals, so I have zero stress at the moment. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Yes, indeed. Whoa. Yes, guys, you guys are enjoying South Africa, Limpopo. You're in Limpopo, man. Limpopo, South Africa. Beautiful area. Namibia, beautiful area. Cameroon, also beautiful area, guys. Cameroon is messed up. Cameroon is going backward, man. This guy, Paul Biya, is like, nothing is moving, man. Nothing. His tribe, they're lazy, man. His tribe is lazy people that are leading Cameroon. They just want to dance, just like they just want to party, man. Yeah. So what I was saying, my motto lately is that everything, even when you win, you actually lose. Yeah. Betty, I think his tribe is they're not Betty, right? Not the tribe. His tribe is actually Betty, I guess. They're very lazy people. They just want to dance just like Congolese, right? Congolese, they same tribe, the same genetic makeup. So in Cameroon we have in Cameroon actually we have we divided. Everybody know their position in Cameroon among the tribe. So when it comes to smartness, people who are seen to be very smart academically, those are Bassa. If you heard of Bassa in Cameroon, among the tribe, among Cameroonians, we know when you say Bassa, we think of people who are very when they want to do, they can do anything in terms of academic. They're smartest. I think even if they get a chance, if Cameroon was a superpower, Bassa people can be seen as like even smarter than the Jewish people. They're very, very, very smart. And I went to school with a Bassa. I was having people were talking about them. I never knew it until when I went to school with a Bassa. These people are very, when it comes to looking for money, Bembe, I don't know, I need to Google him. I don't know the guy very well, I need to Google him. but majority of the very educated people, because Bassa, their concern is just about education in Cameroon. When it comes to about money and also education, but not to the level, education not to the level of Bassa, is Bamileke. Bamileke actually is the majority, is the largest tribe in Cameroon. I think they represent actually up to maybe 35% of the population is Bamileke. These people are all over, and Bamileke is actually, even French people are scared of them. You cannot compete with these people when it comes to economic, when it comes to finance. The reason why the French company ran away from Cameroon is because of Bamileke. You know, when it comes to looking for money, and they hire, and they knowing they have a mentality of Jewish people, they hire only people who look like, who are Bamileke in their organization. That's what they're known for, looking for money. And you know what other tribe don't want? Other tribe in Cameroon don't want to see Bamileke becoming a president of Cameroon, because right now they see that Bamileke already have controlled the economy of Cameroon. So they don't want to see them control also the political land, the political sphere in Cameroon. So Bamileke is money, and when I say money, they don't have limit. They go all in. Just like Fulani, my people, I'm a Fulani guy. Fulani people are known to be also very wealthy, and also are into politics. So Fulani, my tribe, they in Cameroon, they're seen as though very wealthy. But unlike us, people trust Fulani more than Bamileke. They see us as though we are very, like in Cameroon and Nigeria, they say they would rather, somebody can give you their money, they trust Fulani more. So all tribe in Cameroon or in Nigeria, they trust Fulani. They think like we are very honor, you know what I mean? They think like, these people are very religious, very morally apt. So Fulani, when you talk about Fulani in Nigeria and Cameroon, you talk about people that many tribes see them as though, okay, you can borrow if you wanna. When it comes to money, Fulani will never eat your money, but they're scared of Bamileke. So that's Fulani. Yes. Just learning. And Fulani also is in politics. So that's the way we divide in tribe in Cameroon. So other tribe, they would rather have Fulani as a president. Fulani as the president than having a Bamileke. That's the reason why we have our first president is a Fulani guy, and he give it to a guy from Beti. Beti people are very lazy people. They're just into music. They just want to have a party, nice clothes, enjoy, and then that's it. Bassa people, no, they're very, very smart, man. Kamto. No, Kamto, the opposition leader is a Bamileke. So now Kamto is trying to break that thing. Kamto is now, he need to gain the trust of other tribe. Kamto is Bamileke. And he's trouble. The reason why he cannot manage to gain the popularity, he's not popular among the Cameroonians, is because of his tribe. If you can see online, if you go on TikTok, you see people are saying that they will never allow Bamileke to become a president in the countries. That's what is going on. But he's trying to, I don't know, I feel like he's a genuine person. He's a genuine, even though he's a Bamileke, he know that he's not that guy, but people are associating him with his tribe. So people would rather have a dictator that lead Cameroon forever than having Kamto to win the election. That's what is going on online, They don't trust Bamileke at all. They don't trust them. And the reason being, the reason why they don't trust them is because of their treatment. Because when you go to the market in a business, you find Bamileke, the bar, like, the nightclub, all of those. But what they do is that, like I said, they hire only Bamileke people to work in that environment. And then when they come in an area, they try to control all of that. They don't want other tribe to get involved, to get access. So they buy everything, and so this is where they get their bad reputation among other tribes. Other tribes see them. I'm almost about to go, guys. Whew, I'm almost about to go and start my shift. Pretoria, man. Pretoria. People live in Pretoria. You live Vilakazi Street. What is Vilakazi Street, man? That street is the only place in the world that has 2 Nobel Prize winners from the same street. Wow. I have 45 minutes before get open. Oh, man. Yeah. You still. Is it cold inside? I remember those days when I was traveling to Mexico, man. I had to sit down, and they in at the Dallas airport, international airport. They put the air conditioning. I was freeze. It was freezing inside. F that shit. F that shit. Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu. I think the reason, most of these Nobel Peace Prize, you know the way I see Nobel Peace Prize, I see them is European being very smart. Instead of just they giving you, they see they see the possibility, they see the thing that you can do, and so they try to prevent you by giving you a Nobel Peace Prize in order to prevent you from doing what you want to do, so that they can call you a peaceful man, a peaceful individual. That's what they did to Prime Minister of Ethiopia. They saw the possibility. They saw that this guy has ambition. They know that he can actually open door of hells. And so they give him a Nobel Peace Prize to calm him down. Say, hey, bro, you are a nice person. Actually, we see you as a saint. And I feel like Nelson Mandela also, he got out of the prison. They say, hey, there's a possibility that this dude can become can be a Mugabe or some sort of thing. He can do harmful thing to the people. And so I know, no, I'm not saying he sold out. He didn't sell out like it can be you and me. It can be you and me. But let's say that you have you have anger to toward me, and you know what I mean. Like if you live together and then you're angry toward me, and then you are thinking, okay, once I get the opportunity, this is what I will be doing. And then when we meet, and then you say, hey, Minon, what's up? What it is? And then you give me $1,000. Oh, you see, even though you didn't sell it, but you're gonna calm yourself. You're gonna calm yourself down. So I feel like the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Look at it. Let me give you an example of people that were given leader in Africa that were given peace prize, and I'm gonna give you the reason why they were given those Nobel Peace Prize. Nelson Mandela, hey man, what's up? Nelson Mandela was given the Peace Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize, after coming out of the prison, and we know that there's a possibility that he took over the power. He could retaliate. He could do bad thing to the Europeans that are living there. So he was given Nobel Peace Prize, and he become a saint. He become like worshipped by everybody. Prior to that, before him, I don't know if you guys know this guy Anwar Sadat. Anwar Sadat is an Egyptian leader. He's a mix. His mom is from Sudan. And his dad is an Egyptian, and he managed to become the president of Egypt after Gamal Abdel Nasser, the revolutionary. When he inherit Egypt, when he become the president, his territory, majority of the Egyptian land were occupied. So Gamal Abdel Nasser went into war against Israel, and Israel beat Gamal Abdel Nasser. So Gamal Abdel Nasser became a shame. He got humiliated, and he gave his vice president. He allowed his vice president to become a president, and he ran out. He ran out of the country. He traveled to Morocco, and he gave the black dude to save the thing. And when Sadat got into power, you have a lot of land, occupied land by Israeli forces. Sadat, he's a genius. He's one of the smartest guys, leader in the world actually. Sadat managed to do with his military experience and his political experience. He managed to surprise the Israeli and American. He waged a war against them, took over the land and controlled before Israeli, control. And then they realized, okay, this guy is coming, and he took over the land. And then they call him immediately, and they know that he could be used. They can use, he can fight for Palestinians. So they call him in Camp David, right? The meeting, they call him in America. They call him. They say, hey, you're a nice guys, and they decided to give him and the prime minister of Israeli back in the days, so that he cannot go to war. That's why Saddam Arab killed. He was unalive during the, you know what I mean, in was it they were doing their celebration, you know what I mean, Egypt independent military parade, and then he got shot. Because majority until today, there's a lot of Arab who see him as a person who sold out the case. Because what happened was that he was once he got his land, he got this thing, and they know that he was ready to go just to do what Gamal Abdel Nasser did, to go and fight for Palestinian. They called him. They cut a deal with him. They told him, okay, this is what we do. Israel will never try attempt to invade, to come too close to Egypt, and you don't, support Palestinian. Until today, they have this accord. Egypt signed accord.
Plus, we'll support you weapon. We'll give you until today. America support Egypt. They give them almost like 6 billion, 4 point something billion yearly in weapon. That's the deal that Sadat did. So he was given Nobel Peace Prize, and they give it to him so that he cannot retaliate. He cannot do this thing. And then who else do we have? Abiy Ahmed, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. After the Western give independence to Eritrea, a part of Ethiopia become independent in 1994. They come back, they see that there's a new leader, very ambitious, Abiy Ahmed, the Ethiopian Prime Minister currently, very ambitious. They saw he become the Prime Minister, and they saw his intention, they read his politics, and they know that, like I was telling you, majority of worship, majority of big countries, they have their worship around Djibouti in the Horn Africa. And so they know the consequence, and they saw a guy who is trying to revive the Habashi or the Ethiopian Empire. So what they did, they immediately call him into where they call him in Europe. They give him Nobel Peace Prize. So most of these Nobel Peace Prize, and even the South African leader, the priest is just to make Mandela do this thing. So I have to go, unfortunately. Oh, my friend. Oh, me myself, I have to go. Like, I have like just 20 minutes. So that's the reason why I'm telling you guys, majority of these guys, majority of Nobel Peace Prize is actually is something that is a preventive medicine. They're just trying to tell you, oh, indirectly, please don't do what you're intending to do. That's why they give you Nobel Peace Prize. So that they can associate you. You can become like a priest, a nice person. You're a nice person, so you don't need to fight. You don't need to go to war. How do you justify, your Nobel Peace Prize if you go into war? That's what is happening, guys. I think I said a lot. I think I said a lot, and I need to go. I need to go. I have my shift is about to start. I need to go. Obama is similar. Obama is similar. Obama is also